this story. Creditors and suppliers of Nakumatt have voted to liquidate the company and legally pursue the directors of the former retail giant for payment. In a meeting with Nakumatt's administrator PKF, Kenya, the stakeholders voted in the motion to liquidate the firm with a 92% vote. The former retail giant owes suppliers more than 38 billion shillings, having already sold off 6 branches to Naivas at a cost of 422.5 million shillings. The administrator is set to move to court on the 17th of this month to seek the court approval to liquidate the firm and to have a court-appointed liquidator as well. All right, now joining us by way of phone to give us some more details on this mammoth development when it comes to that giant retailer is Peter Kahi. Indeed, he is the court-appointed administrator of Nakumatt. And thank you so much, sir, by joining us today, of course, on Business Today. And I guess, you know, everybody wants to know what was the mood like in this meeting where you had all the creditors present that led to this decision. What are they expecting now, and what were the details, the nitty-gritties really that you can tell us about when it came to this meeting and leading up to this decision? Of course, we do know that the retailer has had troubled days for many years now, but you know, what was the crux of the decision that was made today?
Ideally, unlike the first meeting, the mood today was a bit relaxed. Of course, not everybody will have honest in a place, like we normally say in a marketplace, there must be a madman. So at least there are some people whose main thing was to come and decon. But of course, majority of the creditors were of the view that the company should be liquidated, given that with the continued existence of being under administration, some of them can't claim some tax reliefs. You see, like once a debt is recognized as bad and you provide for it, in most cases the taxman doesn't give you that relief. But once you write it off, then it becomes, you can get that 30% relief from your income tax. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay, and when it comes to, of course, the number of branches that we've already seen some recovery of about 422 million thereof, with regards to the branches that were then sold to Naivas, given to Naivas, but 38 billion thereabout is the total debt. Can you confirm to us how much is owed to the suppliers?
How much is owed to the suppliers?
Yes.
Suppliers is around 18 billion.
Okay.
Yes.
So 18 billion.
Out of that, 38 suppliers account for around 18 billion. The banks, another 8 billion. Mm-hmm. We have commercial paper holders, I think 4 billion. The taxman, 2 billion.
Okay.
Then, of course, we have workers there.
So what action is most likely to happen immediately once the liquidation process is approved in the court?
Basically, once the liquidation process is approved in court, then the liquidator will have to see how the administration was conducted. Mm-hmm. And you see, like for this administration, there's nothing much to liquidate. Mm-hmm. So it will just be to check how the administration was conducted and basically sell any residual assets remaining.
Yes.
Yes.
So
follow up on court cases which Nakumatt has.
Okay, so in this case where you say, you know, the assets are limited, and so where else would the creditors then be able to get what is owed to them? What happens in that case where now there is such a lack of assets or, you know, so forth, to be able to actually reattain this money through?
The banks will get their money because they have got securities.
Yes.
So they might recover something, maybe 70–80% of their debt. Uh-huh. But the other creditors, it's basically zero recovery. They can only go for the tax reliefs.
So the only option that is for the suppliers who are owed about 18 billion shillings, as you just said, is to hope for tax relief.
Yes.
Okay.
Commercial paper holders, those ones have lost everything because they don't have things like VAT and what is just the shares and what.
Clearly a very dire situation. Just as we wrap up, your thoughts on the process so far, and just any kind of insights you can give us into, perhaps the coming days or months.
Like how?
I'm asking, yes. From your perspective, of course, as the administrator, you have been dealing with this situation for quite a few months now. So any insights you can give us into the kind of reactions that you're expecting, perhaps from, various stakeholders within, or already those who have not yet come out to say anything forward?
Okay, basically we'll look at, you see my proposal during voting, we had as vote 2, item 2, which specified you agree to my proposal, but you want some amendments. So we'll look at what those amendments, what they want, then maybe you can call me at a later date, because at the moment I'm not in the office.
Okay.
So those ones I will summarize. Like maybe some of them was claiming pursue the directors, others were talking of this. So I'll have to summarize, because 48 people voted for item 2. They agreed to the proposal, but they want further modification of it.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for speaking to us.
Okay, thanks.